3.
Good morning, dear student. Best wishes to all of you for enjoying the online class. Hope you are safe and sound by the grace of God amidst the pandemic situation. I am sent to you by the blessing of God. I am Swajal kanti Mondal, a street teacher, English, Shurkali ML High School, Boitiakhata, Khulna. Today I will focus on some rules of sending sentence for the student of class 10 by adapting which they can turn affirmative into negative sentence. Dear student, listen to me. The transformation sentence, the word transformation comes from the word transform, which means that change the shape of. But why does it need the change the shape of the sentence? Do you know? Please listen to me. Because it's an excellent exercise that teaches us the variety of expression in writing English, and the shape of sentence can be changed into two ways. First, with the changing of meaning, and second, without the changing of meaning. Dear student, look at the board and follow the example. If you follow the example rapidly, it will help to understand the method. Here I have written, he is a good boy. It's a root sentence that lies in affirmative form. Next, I have turned into a negative form. He is not a good boy. And further, I have written, he is not a bad boy. If we analyze the first sentence, we see that its structure has changed side by side with meaning. In the second sentence, if we analyze, we find that here also the structure has changed, but meaning has not changed. By observing the two sentences, we can find that both the sentences have turned into negative form. But at the first sentence, we see the structure has changed with meaning too. And in the second sentence, we saw that the structure has changed, but meaning has not changed. But both the negative sentence, we find the difference, and this difference lies first, change the meaning, and second, has not changed the meaning. Here, from that, we can define the transformation and conversation of sentence. At first, we see that the conversion of sentence is a changing of sentence from one form to another with changing the meaning. And here we can see an example. He is not a good boy. Next, we saw the transformation of sentence is a changing of sentence from one form to another without any change of meaning. Here we cited an example. He is not a bad boy. Here we see that the root sentence is he is a good boy, and the transformation of sentence is not a bad boy. So the meaning is exact and meaning has not sense. That is transformation of sentence. And in the modern age, they are improved the transformation of sentence in the syllabus, and we have to give emphasis on transformation of sentence, and now it is known as changing sentence. Dear student, have you clear? Do you have complexity in understand the message? Of course. Next, now come to the focal point. Dear student, here I have written some rules by adapting which you can turn an affirmative sentence into negative. First, I have written here affirmative sentence with only one alone plus personal noun or pronoun. There might arise a question personal noun or pronoun. Personal noun or pronoun indicates the person. Are you clear? Okay. And if you want to make it negative, you have to use non-verb in place of only or alone. And you might remember that non-verb, of course, placed at the beginning of the sentence, wherever it places anywhere in the affirmative form, you have to put at the beginning of the sentence at the time of making it negative sentence. Here I have cited an example. And I have written only he can do it. You have to make it negative. At first you have to notice the subject. Here the subject is a personal pronoun. So you have to use non-verb instead of only at the time of making it negative. So you can write non-verb plus personal pronoun he can do it. Are you clear? Of course. In the second rule, affirmative sentence with only or alone plus impersonal noun or pronoun. Here, impersonal means not related to person. It is related to any objects or things. Okay? Here I have written an example. Here we see the subject, the moon. It indicates an object. So you can write nothing but instead of only. Do you understand the function? Okay. Next, affirmative sentence with only or alone plus number. Do you know about number? And in that case, if you want to make it negative, you have to use not more than or not less than instead of number. Here I have cited an example. Here we see 13. It's a number. So you can use not more than or not less than instead of only. So we can write here do you understand? Okay. Dear student, the conclude affirmative sentence with can, oblique must, oblique have to, oblique has to. If you want to make it negative, you have to use cannot but plus beyond. Beyond means base form of verb. Or cannot help plus beyond plus ing instead of can or must or has to. So I have cited an example here. Here we find must, and if you want to make it negative, you have to use cannot but instead of must plus beyond. Or you can also write help doing it. Here we sit two verbs, and we know if that two verbs sit side by side, we can add ing at the second verb. Next, also I have cited an example. Next point, affirmative sentence with could or had to. If you want to make it negative, you have to use could not but plus beyond, or could not help plus beyond plus ing instead of could or had to. Here I have cited an example. So I can here write Again here write could not but instead of could. Do you clear? Student and oblique and if you want to make it negative you have to use not only instead of both and but also instead of and. So here I can write an example. If you want to make it negative, we have to use not only instead of both. Subject do you clear? Yes. Next, I have also write an example. Do you understand the example, student? Okay? No more today. Stay home and stay safe. I suggest you to refrain yourself from the dreadful classes of drug because it leads on to the way of astray and spoil one's life and career. To be careful, carry on your study. Thank you. Meet you again.